Hey everyone, it's Xant. Our Sokai banner for this month has been shown, so let's discuss it. Now, if you were part of my restream, or watched the stream in general, you may have caught Nick hinting at the following.
But he's not available in the game yet, is he?
I mean, he will be soon. Quite soon.
Yeah.
Which was more or less a dead giveaway. Bless your soul, Nick. So, let's get cracking on the content, shall we? Xabi is so close to Sinanju, but not quite. Coming from Char's counterattack and the suit of Char Aznable, this big red sucker is that UC Psycho Frame goodness paired with enough mobility to own the moniker the Red Comet. Personally, I prefer the Ver-Ka look way more, but classics are classics, am I right? So what does the big red bring? Well, it's got 2 beam sabers, 6 funnels, a scattering mega particle cannon that's installed in the chest, a beam shot rifle. It's double barreled. One has a shotgun scatter shot and the other's a normal beam blast. It has a long beam rifle and a shield, and the shield stores a beam tomahawk. This suit can be considered a sort of prototype for the Sinanju, since the data and technology that was gained from making the Xabi went into producing both the Sinanju Stein and the new Gundam. Our second Sokai unit is our first SD Gundam, Knight. To those who like kit-bashing weird stuff together, this is your ticket. True to the name, the Knight Gundam is typically seen with a sword or lance paired with a shield, and obviously it looks like a knight. Given a chibi makeover, that is. Now, I've said it in the past, and I will say it again, I don't like this chibi look for Gundams. It's a personal thing. It'll be hilarious to see what machines look like with these scaled parts though, so I'll suffer for the greater good. Now for the weapons. It comes with a Knight sword. It cuts like a beam saber, but doesn't use nearly as much energy, so that's pretty neat. Has a Knight lance, a Knight shield, and a bow. I'm surprised they didn't call it the Knight bow, but I guess that kind of makes sense. Knights didn't typically use bows. Anyways, the bow shoots energy arrows, only usable in full armor mode though. It can also fire an arrow that splits into multiple separate projectiles. Spray and pray. It should be noted the Knight Gundam can canonically use magic spells. SD Gundam shenanigans in full effect here. It also has a Centaur mode and a full armor mode, of which the names pretty much explain it all. Now, onto our welfare machine and accompanying pilot, Throne Dry and Nina Trinity. I'll start with the former. Throne Dry is one of the 3 Trinity throne suits from Gundam 00, and it's focused on stealth, jamming, and general support purposes. It uses large GN condensers to provide GN particles to the sibling suit Throne Ions during combat, and the output of its weapons have been reduced to assist in keeping the stealth and jamming field functioning. It's actually a really cool machine concept, considering, it's actually specialized for something. So what kind of firepower does this actually have? Well, it has a GN handgun, and this can actually be used to link with Throne Ions to pump GN particles into it. Has 2 GN beam sabers, a GN shield pod. It's a weapons container and shield packed into one. It can hold GN missiles or more GN beam sabers. It has a GN shield and a GN long rifle. Overall, I think it's a really cool machine. I don't like the aesthetics of it, but I like the fact it's actually specialized for something. I can smell the Awakening EX skill from here though. Is it going to be like the Blitz and turn invisible, or like the Death Scythe? I guess we'll find out. Now the pilot of the drive will be joining us as well, since Sokai Welfares bring the pilot along for the ride. Nina Trinity is the sole female member of Team Trinity, and is actually an absolute nutjob. Sociopathic, sadistic, impulsive, and it's all packed into someone who gets to pilot a gigantic robot with a knockoff drive that can effectively give radiation poisoning. What a great combination! In case you forgot, she decided to open fire at that wedding that Louis Halaby was at because she felt like it. People were having fun. She didn't like that. She's literally insane. But at least she's got the looks to make up for it, right? Now, onto our Gacha pilots. Sarah Zabiarov hails from Zeta Gundam, a new type pilot of Titans and loyal to Paptimus. She's compared to Lala here and there due to her near obsession with loyalty, all due to meeting Paptimus before anyone else. Her parents were killed by Zeon, and she sympathizes with the AEUG forces. Shame, though, that she took a shot for Paptimus and died in his stead. He manipulated her and abused the loyalty she showed throughout all of the time that she was on the show. The girl was a glorified puppet for the entirety of Zeta. Oof. Our last pilot is Full Frontal, the masked menace of Unicorn. Leader of the Neo-Zeon Remnant Forces, the Sleeves, he is a cyber new type copy of Char Aznable and leads with the same charisma, skill, and intelligence that Char did. Single-handedly able to disable warships while fighting off mobile suits, he really does live up to the comparison to the Red Comet. His final stand had him facing off against both the Unicorn and Banshee, fighting to the last breath until the spirits of Char and Lala tell him to pack it in. I forgot how spiritual the UC timeline actually was, with the symbolism behind the new types and all. Anyhow, with that, our Sokai content has been covered, and I'm out. Peace, see you in the next one.